Contemptor Dreadnought, is there anything more iconic in the Horus Heresy? From the Warhammer event open day that was held a couple of weeks ago, we are able to infer some changes in the upcoming edition. So this is the top 5 changes to the Contemptor Dreadnought. Is there anything more iconic than these things? They form a silhouette of a Horus Heresy army. So when you look at the Horus Heresy army, you can tell it's slightly different from 40k to 30k. You have Contemptor Dreadnoughts, Cataphractii Terminators, Sicarans, all adding to that very different feel to Space Marines of the era. In the good old days of metal models, the Dreadnought used to hold pride of place in a collection. It used to be the centerpiece which you'd gather the army around, and with these changes I think we'll see them being the centerpiece of any battle line in the future. Okay, number 1, they have a toughness value. This is a freaking huge change from the previous edition. They now have 6 wounds and a toughness of 7, making them very durable. They can now survive the trek across the battlefield, and they can even hang in combat against Primarchs for a few turns. Number 2, a Horus Heresy Dreadnought absolutely shreds infantry. We saw firsthand at the Warhammer Open Day that there's a new to hit chart in Heresy 2.0. If you have a high weapon skill than your opponent, they hit you on 5s. If it's double, they hit you on 6s. Whereas if you have a higher weapon skill than your opponent, you hit on 3s. If it's double, you hit on 2s. As a close combat enthusiast, I love this change, but it also shrouds the Contemptor in another layer of protection. Not only do they get the toughness, the 5+ invulnerable save, but they also get a higher weapon skill. Opponents will be hitting you, on the whole, on 5s, unless they are elite infantry. And even then, they'd be hitting you on 4s. Now, the baseline infantry are going to have a really tough time hitting this, and big swathes of Solar Ox that band together, cultists for example, are going to have an absolute torrid time against it. No longer will a sergeant be hidden in the back row to snipe out your Contemptor with a melter bomb. Hitting infantry on 3s and getting stuck in on 5s will make them far more durable against mainline infantry. Tar pitting Dreadnoughts, anyone? I'm game. Dreadnoughts are the ultimate Swiss Army knife. Need a tank killer? Equip them with 2 twin-link las cannons or a melter to get danger close. You want to kill in close combat? 2 close combat weapons with a wrist-mounted plasma, flamer, Volkite is just the ticket. That will shred its way through infantry. If you want a balance, well, go for a Carey's assault cannon and a close combat fist. No matter the hole in your army, the Contemptor can be shaped to compensate. They now benefit from Legion rules. Yep, this is a major change, and I think it's something that we'll see not only through Contemptors, other Dreadnoughts, Leviathans, but I dare say we might also see them from Primarchs as well, that they will share the Legion traits with their Legions, which I feel is a little bit more fitting. It always felt odd that they were separated off, that they didn't have this inherent ability that the rest of their children had. But yes, they now benefit from the Legion rules. Now, we haven't seen them all at this point, but the Blood Angels, for example, they get +1 to wound on the turn they assault. That will make wounding other Dreadnoughts a little bit easier, and other things with a high toughness value, Primarchs, for example. Probably the best one we've seen so far is the Iron Hand's ability to reduce all incoming fire by -1. That is rather handy. The Emperor's Children, on the turn they charge, they get +1 initiative. It will help you batter down other infantry, even Primarchs. Even small Primarchs to a point. So I just can't wait to see the rollout of the rest of Legion traits there, to see how Dreadnoughts are different from one another. And it feels really organic, right? That this Blood Angel Contemptor Dreadnought at its base is the same as an Emperor's Children Dreadnought, but then given the Legion traits stacked on top, throw them against each other, they have very minor advantages over one another. They feel different on the tabletop. And that's what I want from the Horus Heresy. That's what I want. That my Legion traits, my Legion Contemptor Dreadnought feels different from the next. Kaboom! They explode now. Get used to this in Heresy 2.0. When things explode, rhinos, dreadnoughts, flyers, they explode. No longer do dreadnoughts ignite on a 6+ on the vehicle damage chart, because you don't have to roll on the vehicle damage chart. They have a toughness, a toughness value now. When they lose their last wound, they blow. Everything within D6 suffers a strength 8 hit with no AP value, and that's every model, friend or foe. There's no hiding your Praetor away. They will have to check, and you better hope they don't roll that 1, because doubling out is still a thing, unless you have a battle-hardened special rule, which will be inevitably unveiled later on. And as a bonus, Day of the Ancients. So this is a Rite of War. A Rite of War, unless you know, is a way of structuring your army. So you could take, for example, with Blood Angels, Day of Revelations, which allow you to deep strike an entire army on turn 2 and above. You can also take Pride of the Legion, which allows you to take Terminators or elite troops in your army instead of normal troops. So it's a way of structuring your army around a theme or an idea. In this case, the Day of Ancients allows you to take Dreadnoughts as troops, Contemptor Dreadnoughts as troops. And given the durability and the overall upgrades of Dreadnoughts, it will make this theme a lot more popular. It was always a popular theme, but the restrictions in the previous rule set meant that you never really saw it. Those restrictions have been lifted, and it's a lot more usable in this next game. So if, like me, you just managed to accrue 3 or 4 Dreadnoughts, why not add a couple more to it and create a Day of Ancients list? It's there for you. So that was the top 5 and a bit changes to the Contemptor chassis. If you like this video, we can have a look at other Dreadnoughts in the range, other units in the range, and no doubt we will be looking at more significant changes in the rule set, such as the Psychic phase, or reactions, or anything else that comes to mind. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you in the next one. Oh yeah, God, yeah, by the way, if you like any of the pictures that you see in this video, there are tutorials right now you can access for $15, and not only do you get access to that particular tutorial, you get access to everything else we've done so far for $15. If you're eager to learn how to paint your Horus Heresy army, come sign up to Little Legend Studio Patreon, where we've developed it as courses for people to develop not only individual skills with airbrushing, brushing, weathering, but we also have Legion guides, Legion masterclasses, running the gamut from Sanguinius right the way through to the lowest Legionnaire. Okay, that's enough of a plug for me. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye 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 bye.